Dear students, good morning. In today's class, we are going to study variation of electronic configuration in groups and atomic radius. So last class we completed variation of electronic configuration in periods. In each period, what is the available orbital, how much elements can be present, and what is the first element and the last element with its configuration. The same way, in modern periodic table, we are going to consider the groups. So in modern periodic table, we have 18 vertical columns called 18 groups and 7 horizontal rows called the 7 periods. Now, what is the variation in electronic configuration of the elements in groups? So when you consider an atom, its chemical property is mainly based on the electrons. You take the element hydrogen, its atomic number is 1, its electronic configuration is 1s1. And you take lithium with atomic number 3, electronic configuration 1s2, 2s1. So these two elements are having similar outer electronic configuration, so that these two elements are placed in first group, right? So chemical property is mainly based on the electrons present in an atom. Physical property is based on the atomic weight. The chemical reactions or chemical bond formation is mainly due to how much electrons present in the valence cell, how much valence electrons available. It decides the chemical bond formation as well as chemical reactions. When you consider lithium, lithium can mutually share the electrons to form a hydrogen molecule, isn't it? Single hydrogen is unstable, so always hydrogen is existing as H2 molecule, a diatomic molecule. Both the hydrogen atoms are mutually sharing the electrons. A covalent bond is formed, so it is existing as H2 molecule. To consider lithium, lithium is unstable in nature, so it loses an electron. Lithium is losing an electron, it becomes a cation. Consider a chlorine. Electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. So chlorine is also unstable, so it can accept an electron. So when you take lithium or sodium, they are losing an electron to form an ionic bond. So we have sodium with atomic number 11, electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. To form a stable one, sodium loses an electron. It forms sodium cation. And chlorine is unstable, it gains an electron, it forms a chloride anion. And oppositively charged ions will have an attraction, we call it as ionic bond. So another names are electrovalent bond, and the attraction is also called as electrostatic force of attraction, and so on. So when you consider the atoms, they are unstable in nature except noble gas, helium, electronic configuration 1s2, completely filled configuration. You take neon, configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, completely filled electronic arrangement. Argon 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2 3p6. All the orbitals are completely filled. So when you take elements in group number 18, they are noble gases. They are inert in nature. They are stable. What is the meaning of inert? They are stable. They will not involve in the chemical reactions. So noble gases are stable. Except the noble gases, remaining elements in the modern periodic table are unstable in nature. So unstable elements will always involve in the chemical reactions. So which is responsible for a chemical reaction? Valence electrons. When you take hydrogen, hydrogen is sharing its valence electron. When you take sodium, it loses an electron to become a cation. When you take unstable atom chlorine, to attain stability, it gains an electron. So valence electrons are involving in chemical bond formation or chemical reaction. So either they can lose the electron, or it can gain the electron, or it can share the electron. By transfer of electron or by sharing of electron, a new chemical bond will be formed. So there will be chemical reaction. Okay. So electronic configuration is mainly related with the chemical properties. What is electronic configuration? Arrangement of electrons in the atom. The valence electrons responsible for the chemical reactions and the chemical bond formation. So it can involve in the transfer of electron. Transfer of electron means one electron will be transferred from neutral sodium to neutral chlorine. By losing an electron, it becomes cation. By gaining an electron, it becomes anion. Oppositely charged ions will have an attraction called ionic bond. Or two atoms can mutually share the electrons to form a covalent bond. So all these will be discussed in detail in chemical bonding lesson. So the main thing you have to remind is electronic configuration is very important. With the help of electronic configuration, we can predict the property, because valence electrons are responsible for chemical bond formation and chemical reactions. So elements with a similar outer electronic configuration will have the similar properties. As I told, the hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, all the elements will have the similar outer electronic configuration. Outer electronic configuration 1s1, lithium 2s1, sodium 3s1, potassium 4s1. So all the elements having one electron in the outermost s orbital. So four elements having the similar outer electronic configuration means properties will also be the similar. Okay. So we write the electronic configuration for the elements. If the elements with a similar outer electronic configuration, then they are having similar properties. So how we are arranging the elements in modern periodic table? We arrange the elements in the increasing order of atomic number, as well as elements with similar outer electronic configuration will be placed in a group. So when we move from hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, why sodium is placed here? We arrange the elements in the increasing order of atomic number. 11th element is placed in first group, isn't it? Because all the elements are having similar outer electronic configuration. Hydrogen, outer electronic configuration 1s1, lithium 2s1, sodium 3s1. So like that we have to place. And the next, magnesium is placed in group number 2, because beryllium has outer electronic configuration 2s2, magnesium 3s2. So when you take any group in modern periodic table, all the elements will have the similar outer electronic configuration. You take first group, helium, hydrogen 1s1, lithium 2s1, sodium 3s1, potassium 4s1, then rubidium, cesium, francium. So 7 elements placed in group number 1. All the 7 elements are having the similar outer electronic configuration. Valence electron will be similar. So properties will be similar. And you take second group, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, radium, barium. So all the elements in group number 2 will have similar outer electronic configuration. So last orbital having 2 electrons. So beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, radium. All the elements having the similar properties. So main thing we have to see in group is outer electronic configuration of elements will be the same. Elements with a similar outer electronic configuration will have a similar properties. Chemical properties will be similar because they are forming same type of chemical bond. They are involving in same type of chemical reactions. And in modern periodic table, we take all 18 groups. What is first group? First group having the elements hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium. So these are called alkali metals. So these metals will form bases easily. Sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, like that. It forms basic compounds easily, so they are alkali metals. And to take group number 2, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, radium. These elements are called alkaline earth metals. So based on the abundance and based on the source at which they are extracted. And these are called alkaline earth metals. So first group elements are called alkali metals. First group, they are called alkali metals. So what is its general outer electronic configuration? NS1. General outer electronic configuration. For hydrogen, 1s1, lithium 2s1, sodium 3s1. So just principal quantum number or period number alone changes. So general outer electronic configuration, last orbital. Then second group is called alkaline earth metals. So its general outer electronic configuration is NS2. The outermost orbital having 2 electrons. For beryllium 2s2, magnesium 3s2, like that it goes. Okay. And these two group of elements are collectively known as S-block elements. So in modern periodic table, first and the second group of elements are called S-block element. Why? The outermost orbital is S orbital, or we can say electrons are filling in the outermost S orbital. So group 1 and 2 are collectively known as S-block elements. And what is the nature of S-block elements? S-block elements are metallic in nature. They are soft metals. So metals are soft in nature, and if you take sodium, you can cut the sodium metal even using a knife. Okay, so like a bread, it is available in the laboratory. Always sodium will be kept in the kerosene. When it combines with water, it leads to explosion, so that the sodium will be kept in kerosene. So group 1 and 2 elements are soft metals, and they are highly electropositive in nature. What is the meaning of electropositivity? That means a tendency of losing the electron. You take lithium, 1s2, 2s1 is the configuration. What is the tendency of lithium? It has to lose one electron. Then only it becomes like helium. Noble gases are stable. Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. They are stable. Other elements are unstable. So other elements are trying to achieve the configuration of its nearest noble gas. Nearest noble gas for lithium is helium with atomic number 2, 1s2 electronic configuration. So the aim of lithium is to lost an electron to become like helium. Lithium has to achieve the configuration of helium, then only it will be stable. So easily it loses an electron, it becomes lithium cation. So electropositivity is nothing but the tendency of losing of an electron by an element. So all the elements in S block, group 1 and 2 elements are electropositive nature. They will have the tendency of losing the electrons. And what about sodium? Atomic number 11, configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. So it's the nearest noble gases, neon with atomic number 10, electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. So the aim of a sodium is to lose an electron to become like a neon. So it has a tendency of losing electron from 3s orbital. If it loses, it becomes Na+. To attain stability, sodium has the tendency of losing an electron. So it is electropositive in nature. So S block elements are soft metals. They are electropositive in nature. They are highly reactive in nature. By losing an electron, it is involving in chemical reactions easily. It forms ionic bond. So they are highly reactive in nature. Due to soft metal, they have low melting and boiling point. Melting point as well as boiling point. Then ionization potential. All these will be discussed. Ionization energy or ionization potential value will be less. Okay, so these are all the characteristics of S block elements. And you take group number 13. It is called the boron family. As you studied in 10th, first element is boron in group number 13. So boron, aluminum, gallium, indium, thallium. These are all the elements present in group number 13. So collectively this is called the boron family. And for each group we have a name. First element is carbon in group number 14. So this is called the carbon family. Carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, lead, these are all the members. Group number 15, first element is nitrogen. So it is called a nitrogen family. Group number 16, first element is oxygen, but it is called as chalcogen family. So these are all the members: oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. Except polonium, the remaining 4 elements are collectively known as chalcogen family. Then group number 17 is called the halogen family. What are the members? Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, astatine. Then last group is called the noble gases. Noble gases, inert gases or rare gases. And helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. These are all the members. So when we move from 13th group onwards, we have a name for each group. 13 boron family, 14 carbon family, 15 nitrogen family, 16 except polonium. Remaining elements are collectively known as chalcogen family, 17 halogen family, group number 18 noble gases or inert gases or rare gases. And what is the outer electronic configuration? NS2 NP1. You take boron, atomic number 5, 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. Okay. And you take aluminum, 13, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p1. So when you take all the elements, boron, aluminum, gallium, indium, thallium, the outermost configuration will be p1. An electron will be present in the p orbital. Okay. So general outer electronic configuration for elements in group number 13, NS2 NP1. This one, NS2 NP2, 15th group NS2 NP3, 16th group NS2 NP4, 17th group NS2 NP5, noble gases 18th group NS2 NP6. So when we move from 13th group onwards, gradually one electron is increasing in the p orbital. So we can say all the 6 group of elements as p block elements. Because outermost orbital is p orbital, we can write the electronic configuration NS2 NP 1 to 6. For p block, the general outer electronic configuration is NS2 NP 1 to 6. 13th group NS2 NP1, 14th group NS2 NP2. Like the maximum 6 electrons can be placed in the p orbital. So we have 6 group of elements, 13 to 18. The outermost orbital is a p orbital, so these are collectively known as p block elements. And 2 more names are given: main block element, main group element, representative element, normal elements. So many names are available. Okay. So 13 to 18 group of elements are collectively known as p block elements. And what about nature of p block elements? So all type of elements present in p block, metals, non-metals, metalloids, so all type of elements present in p block, they are also highly reactive in nature. Generally, in p block, electron accepting tendency will be more. So left to right, when we move, electron accepting or electron gaining tendency will be more. Okay. So they are forming covalent bond as well as ionic bond. When you take the elements like nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, sulfur, so these elements will form covalent bond. And when you take elements like fluorine, chlorine, bromine, so these halogens will form ionic bond also. So left to right, electron gaining tendency increases. It forms both ionic bond as well as a covalent bond. They are highly reactive in nature and it will have high ionization energy as well as electronegativity. Electronegativity, then electron affinity. So these properties will be discussed later. These are called the periodic properties. Okay. So all these will be more for p block elements. So group 1 and 2 completed, group 13 to 18 completed. Next we take group number 3 to 12. Group number 3 starts with scandium. Group number 4 starts with titanium. Vanadium, chromium, iron, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc. So each group starts with a particular element. So group number 3 to 12 is called a D block element. So group number 3 to 12 is collectively known as D block elements because outermost orbital is a D orbital. The general outer electronic configuration is NS 1 to 2, N minus 1, D 1 to 10. So this is outer electronic configuration for D block. And you can take a scandium present in group number 3, atomic number 21, electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d1, 2, 4, 10, 12, 18, 20, 21. 21 electrons placed. Ns and n minus 1 d orbital. So n represents principal quantum number. So maximum 4 cells present in scandium. So fourth cell, nth cell, n minus 1 means 4 minus 1, third. Okay. So this is outer electronic configuration of scandium. You take element in group number 4, titanium with atomic number 22. Configuration will be 4s2, 3d2. So vanadium 3d3, chromium 3d4, like that it goes. So outermost orbital is d orbital. So this is called a d block element. And what is the another name? Transition elements. They are called transition elements because the properties are transition between S and P block elements. So D block elements having the properties transition between S and P block, so it is called transition elements. So in 3D series, so you take fourth period, totally 7 periods are there. Fourth period is called 3D series. Okay. Called scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc. Outermost orbital 3D orbital. So outermost configuration 3D1, 3D2, 3D3, like that. So this is present in fourth period. Horizontal group. In fourth period, 10 elements present. Outermost orbital 3D orbital. So this is called a 3D series. So 3D series having 10 elements. The same way. So fourth period, this is called a 3D series, 10 elements present. Fifth period, sixth period, seventh period. This is called a 4D series, 5D series, 6D series. Number of elements in each period. So totally 40 elements present in a D block or transition element. So when you take fourth period starts with potassium. When you take fourth period, it starts with potassium, calcium, scandium. This is in group number 1, group number 2, group number 3. So we take group number 3 to 12. So in fourth period, we have 10 elements from 3rd to 12th group. These are called 3D series. 10 elements in fifth period having last orbital 4D orbital. So this is 4D series. And 10 more elements present in the 6th period having outermost orbital 5D. So this is 5D series. 10 elements present in the 7th period having outermost orbital 6D. So it is called a 6D series. So there are 4 transition series. Okay. 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D. 4 transition series present. You can say first transition series, second transition series, third transition series, and fourth transition series also. And when you take D block elements are mostly metals. Okay, they are highly reactive metals. It forms all type of chemical bonds like ionic bond, covalent bond, coordinate covalent bond. So all type of bonds formed. They are having high melting and boiling point. They are highly reactive in nature. So these are all the nature of transition elements or D block elements. Then what about F block elements? To take sixth period, in sixth period, First element is cesium in group number 1. Second element in group number 2, barium. In third group, we have the element lanthanum. So after lanthanum, there are 14 elements like the cerium, promethium, like that 14 elements present. Okay. So these 14 elements are called lanthanides or lanthanoids. It starts with the cerium, it ends with lutetium. Okay. In fourth period, we have hafnium, then tantalum, tungsten, like that it goes. So what is F block element? In sixth period, after lanthanum, 14 elements are taken away. Lanthanum with atomic number 57, then cerium 58, promethium 59. So 14 elements are taken out because the outermost orbital is F orbital. For lanthanides, the configuration is 4f1 to 14, 5d 0 to 1, 6s2. So this is general outer electronic configuration for lanthanides. So 14 elements present at the bottom of modern periodic table. You can check it. So at the bottom of periodic table, we have two periods. One is the lanthanides, another one is actinides. Lanthanide means 14 elements from cerium to lutetium have taken from the sixth period. After lanthanum, 14 elements have taken. Lutetium 71 atomic number. So hafnium 72. Between the lanthanum and the hafnium, 14 elements have taken away. They are called the lanthanides because the outermost orbital will be F orbital, or we can say electrons present in F orbital will involve in the chemical bond formation and the chemical reactions. And we take seventh period. In seventh period, it starts with francium, then radium and actinium. Atomic number of actinium is 89. After actinium, we take 14 elements. So thorium with atomic number 90. So after actinium, we take 14 elements. Actinium with atomic number 89. Then we take 14 elements. Thorium to lawrencium. 91 to 103 atomic number. So the next element is rutherfordium with atomic number 104. From actinium, we take 14 elements. They are called actinoids. Between actinium and rutherfordium, we take 14 elements. They are present at the bottom of modern periodic table. They are called actinides. So we have lanthanides, 14 elements. Starts with the cerium and it ends with lutetium. So these 14 elements are called lanthanides. These 14 elements are called actinides. Outermost orbital, F orbital. So this is called F block element. So general electronic configuration of lanthanides: 4f 1 to 14, 5d 0 to 1, 6s2. The same way for actinides also we may write 5f 0 to 14, 6d 0 to 2, 7s2. So this is general electronic configuration of actinides. So these 28 elements, 14 lanthanides, 14 actinides, 28 elements are collectively known as F block elements or inner transition elements. We can say this is 4f series. It is called a 4f series. Actinides are called 5f series due to 5f orbital. So modern periodic table having 4 blocks based on the outermost orbital: S block, P block, D block, and F block. And in each block of elements, we have the names like boron family, carbon family, alkali metals, everything we have completed.